Today we're going to prepare the perfect chocolate mousse. If you're new to this channel, my name is Silvia. I'm an Italian chef, so hit the subscribe button if you don't want to miss any recipes. Let's start with our ingredients. This is a super easy recipe. It can be done with 3 ingredients: egg, chocolate, heavy cream. If you like the intensity of the chocolate, this is dark chocolate, 50%. But if you would like your chocolate mousse to be a bit sweeter, then we are going to add also a fourth ingredient, which is a bit of sugar. So I've prepared everything here. We had some hot water with a bowl because we needed to whisk the egg. But we're gonna start with the heavy cream. It must be cold from the fridge, right? We started. Okay, once the heavy cream has been whipped, I can show you how it looks like. You have to keep this cold, so we put it in the fridge until we're done with the rest of the ingredients. Now we have to melt the chocolate and whisk our egg with sugar. I put the chocolate in the microwave. Just pay attention if you melt your chocolate in the microwave, because not all microwaves like chocolate. Stay there if you never tried before to see that you don't see lightning inside the microwave. Otherwise, please pull out the chocolate and use hot water. It works perfectly fine. Let's see if we're happy or if we need to melt the chocolate a bit more. Oh, looks good. I have 2 important information for you guys. Never ever put water inside the chocolate, because otherwise you're going to ruin the chocolate. Chocolate and water are enemies. Okay, remember it like that. So our chocolate looks beautifully melted. We keep it here because it's going to be hot when we put it together with the rest, but not too hot. The other second important information is that you need to let the water boil once, then you turn it off and you put the bowl on it. Don't let the water cook, otherwise we're gonna get scrambled eggs. Perfect. Let me put the egg in here and we quickly start to whisk it. I'm going to add a pinch of salt because it helps the structure of the egg to open. So it's going to welcome the sugar a bit better. Sugar. And we keep whisking until we get a cream. If you have a whisk like this, which is flat, it's super simple, or it's easier. Otherwise, guys, if you don't want to do this by hand, you can also use an electric tool. The only difference is that you will get bigger bubbles in the chocolate mousse. It's just a technical thing. This step on the hot water, it's necessary both to, let's say, do an homemade pasteurization of your egg and also to get this beautiful cream. I'm losing my arm. It's hard to whisk the egg until you have a nice cream, but look how beautiful. If you want to pimp this cream, you don't have to, but you can. You can also add a little bit of vanilla. Okay, our cream is ready. How do you know that? If you do like a letter or a sign in the cream and let's say you can see it for a little second, then it's enough. Now we have the 3 main ingredients ready to be put together. So we will assemble them and create our mousse. We need to pay attention. This is the tricky part, but you can do it. I trust you. We will need something to help ourselves, these 2 things, and then we will plate or we will put the mousse into something different. So I show you both the option with a piping bag, like this, or simply using spoons, okay? Let's start with the egg and the chocolate, but I'm already putting this one in here in the heavy cream. Don't waste time when you do this process because you need to be a bit quick. Let's start like this. A little bit of chocolate, not too much, just to start with your egg. A bit more. Then we have to feel the bowl. If it's too hot, we're not going to put the heavy cream already because it's going to melt and it's not going to be whipped anymore. So it's going to make the mousse too liquid. Now let me do like this. A bit more chocolate. Voila. Let's put it in here. Okay, now it seems to be more compact. We can add a bit of whipped cream in it, not too much, and we mix it up. Also, we have to pay attention because later we cannot mix it up with too much energy. Otherwise, all the air is going to be gone. We need to make it with love. Treat the food with love, which is always a good thing. So if you pay attention with the temperature and you follow the steps that I showed you, then everything is gonna be fine and you will not have chocolate pieces because you had the chocolate too hot or too cold and the temperature got, let's say, mixed up. Let's go ahead. If you do it for the very first time, it can happen that you get some chocolate pieces, but just don't tell your guests. You say, yeah, that was intended to be like that. Stracciatella, you know? You can see the beauty. It's shiny, so it should be. Okay, I think that we can put almost all the chocolate. Take your time, because you will do these steps step by step. Because if you put too much chocolate, same thing, too hot and not good for the heavy cream. Okie doke, let's add the half of it. When we're done, we can just use the spatula because we don't want to ruin the heavy cream. Let me just do 1, 2 like this, and you see that we're almost there. We're almost there. Here we go. Look at this beauty. It's shiny as it should be, and it's really good. Let's see how we can present it to our guests. If you want, you can also put your chocolate mousse into a bowl and scoop it out. You're more than welcome to do so. Otherwise, if you want to make it a bit beautifuler, you can use a piping bag. Help yourself with a measuring cup or something to keep it in place. And you can put the chocolate in it. Don't fill in the piping bag too much because it's going to be more difficult to handle it. We close the piping bag and we put it 1 sec on the side. Okay, if you would like to start with the big glass, let's do like this. Go down and push your chocolate mousse as much as you want. Then we have here another option in a cappuccino cup. If you don't have a piping bag or you don't feel comfortable using it, it's fine. Let me leave it here. You can use a regular spoon, okay? You have to let the mousse rest at least 30 minutes. I would say 1 hour it's better and it will be more compact, of course. Then you can level it up like this, or you could also do one thing, but with love and attention. Like you could keep your bowl and do something like this, but not too much. Otherwise, the air is gonna go out. If you want, you can also add a bit of cocoa powder. I will put it in the fridge and we will come back in 1 hour. One hour later, this is the result. If you want, you can also do it the night before and you don't have to think about the consistency of your chocolate mousse, but you see that 1 hour is already enough to have a smooth cream that you could serve. Let's decorate it a bit because we could try it, but I think that maybe it's nice if I show you some ideas on how you could do that. I will take here a little piece of apple. We can cut it down like this. It's always nice to think when you're decorating a glass of like a cream, like a dessert, work in the height. So don't put all the decorations at the bottom, just try to make it a bit higher. So we can put an apple like this. I'm going to rotate it in your direction in a second. Then I have some raspberry crumble that I did and some strawberry sauce. Fruit, it's always a beautiful component for a chocolate mousse. So you have the chocolate mousse, you have something crispy, and you have also something fruity. In this case, we have everything. Also, since I had a lot of chocolate mousse, I want to show you how to scoop it out. You get a spoon, you put it in some hot water. You can simply do like this, and voila, we can put it on a plate. Beautiful. We can do a taste test. This is really good. You guys, thank you so much for your time. I hope you enjoyed this recipe. Let me know in the comment what you think. Never forget that food happens to be fun. So do your own experiment. If you want to add more ingredients, try it out. If you have any questions, you can also let me know, and I'll see you in our next recipe. Bye.